Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers find themselves at a crucial juncture of the 2025 Major League Baseball season as the trade deadline looms, with July 31st marking the last chance for teams to make significant roster changes. This period always sparks intense speculation and strategic maneuvering, and this year is no different. The Dodgers, a perennial powerhouse, are expected to be active in the trade market once again, but their focus seems sharply set on one of the most pressing issues plaguing their team right now: the bullpen. The bullpen has been under immense strain this season, grappling with injuries and inconsistent performances that have left the Dodgers scrambling for reliable late-inning arms. The workload has been heavy, the pressure mounting, and the results often disappointing. Key relievers like Tanner Scott have recently landed on the injured list, adding to a growing list that includes Michael Kopech, Brusdar Graterol, and Evan Phillips, the latter sidelined for the entire season after undergoing Tommy John surgery. Even Blake Trinan, who was once considered a stabilizing presence, has battled injury but thankfully was activated recently. Still, the depth and effectiveness of the relief corps remain in question, creating an urgent need for fresh arms who can step in and handle high-leverage situations with confidence. While the bullpen search intensifies, another concern shadows the Dodgers, the offense. Since early July, the team has struggled mightily at the plate, enduring a 5-win and 13-loss stretch that has put their lineup's productivity under a microscope. The prolonged slump has fueled debate about whether the offensive roster requires adjustment or reinforcements alongside the pitching concerns. Despite the rough patch, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts remains optimistic about the potential for a turnaround from some of the key hitters who have experienced slumps, especially those with proven track records like Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. Roberts' approach reflects a confidence that these players possess the resilience and talent to rediscover their form as the season progresses. Rather than rushing into drastic moves to overhaul the offense, he prefers to focus on strengthening the bullpen, believing the offensive struggles might be temporary dips rather than signs of deeper problems. Roberts pointed out that several of the position players who have struggled were themselves recent trade acquisitions, implying that the team has already added new pieces to the lineup and is betting on those players' ability to bounce back and make significant contributions down the stretch. On the pitching front, Roberts is looking to bring in more seasoned veterans who can lend stability and experience to the relief unit. The goal is to find a reliable option who can consistently shut down right-handed hitters in critical moments, an area where the current group has often faltered. While the Dodgers remain open to any move that improves the team, whether it involves a position player or a reliever, the emphasis on bullpen reinforcement is clear. Roberts expressed full trust in the front office's efforts and judgment, highlighting the willingness to adapt and pursue any opportunity that would make the club stronger. Amid the offensive struggles, there are glimmers of hope, particularly with Freddie Freeman. He has shown signs of improvement recently, making minor mechanical adjustments inspired by revisiting a photo of his batting stance from last year's World Series. These tweaks have helped him regain some rhythm and confidence at the plate, though the overall lineup has not followed suit. Mookie Betts, for instance, continues to battle difficulties in finding his swing, prompting the team to shift him into the leadoff spot in hopes that a change in role might spark a resurgence. Even with this ongoing uncertainty, the Dodgers remain in the market for an additional outfielder, signaling a readiness to explore options to bolster the offense if necessary. Beyond the offense and bullpen challenges, the Dodgers have faced another troubling issue in their defensive play. Mistakes in the field have been increasingly apparent, with the team committing errors in multiple games. These miscues have tested the patience of players and coaches alike, with veteran pitcher Clayton Kershaw visibly frustrated by the lack of focus and attention to detail. The situation was particularly noticeable during games in Boston, where the team seemed confounded by the notorious Green Monster, contributing to defensive lapses that have hurt their chances in tight contests. Manager Dave Roberts has been candid about his disappointment with the team's recent lack of concentration and execution. These errors are not merely isolated incidents, but part of a broader trend that has raised questions about the Dodgers' overall discipline and mental sharpness. On the field, the frustration runs deep, especially among leaders in the clubhouse who expect higher standards But Roberts is pushing for a renewed commitment to clean baseball as the team enters the critical second half of the season. Meanwhile, the trade landscape has been further complicated by unexpected developments involving one of the league's most talked about relief pitchers. Cleveland Guardians all-star closer Emmanuel Clays, a player who had been linked to potential trade talks ahead of the deadline, was placed on non-disciplinary paid leave amid an ongoing MLB investigation into gambling violations. This shocking news sent ripples through the baseball community, as Clays has been a dominant force on the mound for the Guardians over the past few seasons. Clays, 27 years old, boasts an impressive resume, including 3 consecutive All-Star selections from 2022 through 2024, and a remarkable finish in the Cy Young voting last year after posting an earned run average of just 0.61 over more than 74 innings. This season, his numbers have dipped slightly, but he remains a top-tier closer with the ability to shut down games effectively. However, with the investigation underway, the Guardians announced that Clays will remain sidelined at least until the end of August, putting any potential trade on indefinite hold. He is not the only Cleveland pitcher caught up in the investigation. Luis Ortiz, another right-handed pitcher for the Guardians, was placed on leave earlier in July under similar circumstances. These developments have added an unexpected layer of complexity to the trade deadline, as teams that had been eyeing Clays and perhaps other players involved must reassess their plans. The league and the Players Association are maintaining confidentiality while the investigation proceeds, leaving many questions unanswered for the time being. For the Dodgers, these off-field distractions serve as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of baseball's business side, where off-field issues can impact on-field strategies in an instant. As the deadline approaches, the focus remains squarely on how to navigate these challenges and assemble a roster capable of contending deep into October. The pressure to balance offensive resurgence, bullpen reinforcement, and defensive discipline is immense, but the Dodgers have the resources, talent, and leadership to rise to the occasion. Ultimately, the next few weeks will reveal how well the Dodgers can adapt and respond to the hurdles they face, with key players needing to break out of slumps, new acquisitions potentially joining the fold, and critical innings needing reliable pitching arms. The window for making decisive moves is closing fast. The front office and coaching staff are tasked with weighing options carefully, trusting their scouting and analytics teams, and pushing the players to perform at their best when it matters most. It is a pivotal moment for a franchise that has long been synonymous with championship aspiration. The resilience of the Dodgers will be tested, but history has shown that this team is capable of overcoming adversity and finding ways to win. Fans, analysts, and rivals alike will be watching closely to see who steps up and how the Dodgers shape their roster in pursuit of another memorable postseason run. The clock ticking toward the trade deadline does more than just pressure front offices. It exposes a team's core identity. And for the Dodgers, that identity right now is being tested from multiple angles. The injuries, the inconsistency, and the lack of sharpness in fundamentals aren't just technical issues. They're reflections of a team caught between expectations and current reality. What this team does in the coming days could dictate whether it's remembered as one that bent under the weight of adversity or one that turned the season around with bold, calculated moves. Inside the clubhouse, there's no sense of panic, at least not publicly. But there is urgency, and you can feel it in every interview, in every dugout reaction, and in every lineup shuffle Dave Roberts rolls out. The patience the Dodgers have shown so far with their position players might look like inaction from the outside, but internally, it's a calculated gamble. They're betting on talent, they're betting on track records, and they're betting that players like Mookie Betts and Max Muncy will find their rhythm before it's too late. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Breaking news is stirring in Major League Baseball circles as rumors heat up around a blockbuster trade between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Houston Astros. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Dodgers have confirmed an agreement to acquire Cameron Vaughn Smith, a promising young right fielder and third baseman who made his MLB debut with the Astros in 2025. While neither team has officially announced the deal, insiders are buzzing about what could be one of the most significant moves of the season. Smith, known for his defensive prowess and versatility on the field, has quickly become a rising star since his debut His ability to play both right field and third base adds valuable depth and flexibility to any lineup, making him a coveted asset for teams looking to bolster their rosters. The Astros, who have been carefully managing their roster to stay competitive in a challenging division, might be willing to part with Smith in exchange for prospects or veteran players to address other needs. The Dodgers, always eager to strengthen their squad and chase another World Series title, are reportedly eager to bring Smith's talent and youthful energy to their lineup, with their current roster featuring several established stars. Adding a player like Smith could provide a fresh spark and additional defensive reliability. It's also speculated that the Dodgers see Smith as a long-term investment, someone who can contribute significantly in the coming years. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely. As the details of this potential trade unfold, the deal could reshape the balance of power in the National League West, giving the Dodgers a new edge against divisional rivals. Houston, on the other hand, might be looking to capitalize on Smith's rising value while focusing on building a more balanced team, though the official confirmation is still pending. The buzz around this trade has already sent shockwaves through the MLB community. If completed, this move would highlight the Dodgers' aggressive strategy to maintain their status as championship contenders while signaling the Astros' willingness to make bold changes. Stay tuned as more information emerges on this developing story. MLB fans are eager to see how this potential trade will impact the league landscape in the months to come. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.